Dr. Katie, and all three of us are MaxLiving Doctors of Chiropractic. We want to welcome you and just congratulate you on taking your first step towards health. This next 8 to 10 minutes, we're going to go over 4 things with you. Number 1, why we're so passionate, why we have such urgency to help people in COLA, but also the entire country with their health. Number 2, we're going to go over the true definition of health. Number 3, the importance of your nervous system. And number 4, the next steps you can take to impact your health, but also the health of people that you love and truly care about. Our health statistics in this country continue to get worse and worse and worse. For example, right now, 1 out of 2 children have a chronic illness, whether it's neurological, autoimmune. Also, 40% of our adults are obese. 1 out of 287 of our children, by the time they hit age 20, will be diagnosed with cancer. And a lot of you right now who are watching this, who have the neck pain, the headaches, the shoulder pain, the low back, the digestive issues, you're probably thinking, Dr. Matt, those statistics, those numbers, that's never going to be me. The reality is, it is you, because I want you to think about the definition of insanity. It's doing the exact same thing and expecting different results. So if you're doing the exact same thing your coworkers are doing, your neighbors are doing, your friends and family are doing, guess what? You're going to end up in those statistics. And that's exactly why we're here. We want to help you avoid ending up in those statistics. Patients all the time ask all three of us, why didn't someone give me this information 10, 15, 20 years ago? We're going to go over that information with you today so you don't have to wait an extra 10, 15, 20 years. Wait for your health to get worse. We want you to be proactive and actually get healthy starting today. And when I think about you out there watching this, I think about people like my wife, because she was born and raised in the medical model, medication after medication after medication, constantly getting sick, constantly having her symptoms covered up. And so when I met her, her entire immune system was thrown overblown, and she was completely sick, getting worse and worse and worse, and no one had ever told her what the true definition of health was. And so we're going to go over with you today what that true definition of health is, and Dr. Parks is going to go over that with you right now.
Awesome, I'm so excited because a lot of people want to be healthy. I mean, we all have the same goal of wanting true health, but what I quickly realized is we don't know what health is. A lot of people base their health on how you look and how you feel. So if you look good and you feel good, you should be quote unquote healthy. Now, there's a little bit of the truth to that, because if you do have your health, you should feel those ways. However, you can't base your health on those 2 factors, because we know the people who look good, feel good, run a marathon, drop dead of a heart attack. Or we know our friends or coworkers that look good, feel good, walk into routine physicals and get diagnosed with heart disease or cancer or diabetes. So we can't base our health on how we look and how we feel. We have to base it on what the true definition of health is. It's built into the root of the word. So according to the World Health Organization, the true definition of health is one's body's ability to function and heal at 100%, not merely the absence of disease. So it's all, again, we're going to root the word H-E-A-L, how we heal and how we function. So this is a function scale. How our bodies work. We have 100% over here. This would be life. That would make 0% death. And what happens is when you hit 60% loss of function, when you lose 40% of function, your first symptom shows up. Now insert whatever that symptom is. Headaches, back pain, neck pain, digestive issues, thyroid issues, heart palpitations, digestive issues, numbness and tingling, neuropathy, whatever it is, you have to lose 40% of function before that symptom shows up in your body. And what we've been trained to do when a symptom shows up, what we've been trained to do is just to cover it up. Whether that's going to the gas station, get aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, or we walk into our routine medical visit and with a symptom, and their typical first answer 90% of the time is a prescription drug right back to you. Now, whether you do it yourself or you get a prescription drug, all of those things are just covering up that symptom. You don't function any better. You just covering up the symptom. You actually move down on the scale here. And then I hope at 50%, I pray that another symptom shows up and you take action on your health. But if you don't, you do the exact same thing by just covering it up. It is this endless cycle moving down the scale. It's symptom, drug, symptom, surgery. Like this right here, I hate to say it, is our health care system in the United States. And I hate to call it healthcare, I like to call it sick care or symptom management care at best. But this right here is how we're doing it. So my job and the doctor's job, our goal is not to get rid of your symptom. Our goal is to increase the function in your body so your body can heal and function how it's intended to heal and function. Now, if that is our goal, we have to look to the one system that controls all healing and all functioning power in our body, and there's one system that does it, and it's our nervous system. So for your heart to be beating right now, for your stomach to be digesting food, for your lungs to be breathing, for you to wiggle your toes, for you to look at me, interpret what I'm saying, like all of these functions happen no other way. A signal goes from your brain, travels down the spinal cord, and it goes out over nerves. Those nerves go to every single cell, tissue, and organ in your body. If there's an interruption in this process, your body can't heal and function at 100%. So I want to walk down the nervous system with you just a second here, but if you have pressure right here at the top portion of your spine, what that does is it puts pressure on the nerves that control the blood flow and oxygen right to your head. So you might experience a headache or a migraine. Now, if you experience a headache or a migraine, you've never had this system evaluated before, that's going to be your next step, because headaches are very common, but they're not normal. Okay, now if you work down a little bit in the middle portion of your neck here, so if you have a lot of neck pain or tightness in the shoulders, also those are the same nerves that go right to your thyroid, so fatigue or trouble losing weight or hormonal imbalances. Go down a little bit further, the shoulder area there, those are the nerves that go right to the heart, so heart palpitations or high blood pressure, low blood pressure. Again, you might experience it there. Now going into the low back area or the mid back area, these are the nerves that go right to your pancreas. So if you have tightness between the shoulders right there, again, you could have pressure on those nerves going to the muscles, but also right to the pancreas and to the stomach. Going out a little bit further, those are the low back area there. So if you have pressure on the muscle or the nerves in the low back, you could have low back pain or sciatica or numbness and tingling down to the feet. But those are the same nerves that wrap around right to your digestive system and your reproductive organs. So that's, again, why only reason I look at your spine is because it surrounds and it protects this most important system in your body. So for the system to function at 100%, your spine has to be in a certain position. Three 45-degree curves when you look at your spine in the side position, and when you look at your spine in the front position, your hips have to be level and your spine has to be straight. Any deviation from that position there puts pressure on that system, and again, symptoms will eventually show up. Okay, now how do you check the positioning of your spine? I always get that question. A good, easy way to do that is jump out of your shower and look at yourself in the mirror. Are your shoulders level to the ground? Are your hips level to the ground when you look at it in the front? And then when you look at yourself in the side, are your ears over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips and hips over your ankle bones? Is that the positioning that you're in? Okay, now gold standard obviously would be to look at a set of x-rays and see exactly that positioning of your spine, and that's exactly what we do in our health center.
So you might be wondering, what's the difference about MaxLiving care and traditional chiropractic? Hey, we would love to share that with you. But more importantly, we want to know and understand who you are and what you're dealing with and what your goals are. So what do? Well, you got to do something, right? If nothing changes, then nothing changes. So today, your step is to take some action. And that action is simply to look in the comments section of the video and click on the health survey. It's going to ask you about the conditions that you have going on. If you find yourself clicking on some of those symptoms and you're sitting there and you're tired of dealing with some of these things, hey, the next step is to set up a consultation with one of our doctors. And now that's going to be free of charge. It'll be a phone consultation, and we'll reach out to you. It'll take about 10 minutes, but it's going to help us better understand who you are, what you're dealing with, what your goals are, and how we might be able to help you out. So click that link in the comments, fill it out, and we'd love to talk with you soon, and we're looking forward to help you out.